We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Herbert to throw right away. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Herbert. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Herbert on first down now. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, right side. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. It was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On the out route, Doubs brings it in. And some room to work. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The Chargers at 1-10 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
From the 27, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Herbert back to the air. Touchdown, Chargers. Romeo Doubs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They go play action here on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play.
Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have retaken the lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Touchdown, Carolina! An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The Charger drive about to get going. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. That's complete to Dobbs. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown. Romeo Dobbs. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, they'll throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. We are in for a good one as we're through one. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Gonzalez's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
On 1st and 10, Herbert drops it off for Chubb. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's a
rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Room here to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run again on first down, Chubb.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert off of play action. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Chubb. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust them.
And now here's another interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Jalen Waddle,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Panthers are an extra point away from going up by 40.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A give running right is Chubb. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The big fella! And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Even the great ones, some of the best.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. second and short now following the fumble.
Herbert just beat the play clock.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And trouble trying the middle here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Herbert now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. The 20. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. In motion right is Thomas. Third and 2, Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. Off-tackle run here for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
121 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. That's complete to Dobbs.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
He will push his way down to about the 14. On 2nd and 9. Herbert. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And now here is another interception. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down.
And now off to the races down the right side. The 40. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
A good pickup there, a 22. Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. To throw again on second down. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Smith catches left side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Second and 1. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. Down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And the slot man goes in motion left. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days. This is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Slot man moves right. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could